We have one more speaker today, Todd Boyle, and then we will open up for Q&A, for questions and comments and our answers. Todd Boyle, veteran and activist.
I feel exactly the same way Bill Moyers. What the hell is going on? And last winter was just sickening when we had our Democratic people coming down and to block our efforts to get the impeachment rolling. Yeah. And I just went, what the hell is going on with these guys? And you know, I finally worked out what it really is. It was exactly as our Democratic senators and Congress people told us. They couldn't pursue impeachment because it would affect the election in 2008 of more Democrats and in the presidency. This is what their plan is, and it also would upset the passage of some legislation. And so, for the sake of these things, which I would classify as personal ambition by Democratic candidates, okay, so that they can get elected because they're better than everybody else and they know how to run the country, and they're going to do everything, whether it's legal or illegal or whatever, and be complicit in wars and devastation around the world so that they can get elected. This is corruption. This is really profoundly corrupt. This is sinful, you know.
Absolutely corrupt. Yeah.
And the other thing is just as bad. The legislation that they want to pass, that they think is so important, when you go and look at it, it's just pork for the constituency, the military-industrial complex, Cantwell and Murray. And so I have a little statement here that I want to make. You know, the people of the world said no to war in February 2003. 10 million people marched in the street to try to stop this war. And congratulations, America, as we're coming up on the 5th year anniversary. Congratulations, 1 million dead. We've killed more than 1 million easily in our attacks on Iran and Iraq, including fomenting the Iran-Iraq war, including the 500,000 children killed during the 90s, and now nearly 1 million dead in this war. Okay? The United Nations said no to this war in 2001, 2003. Security Council said no. The weapons inspector said no. The CIA even said no. International law says no. U.S. law says no. The Constitution, Article 6, says that you have to obey treaties that we have signed, including the United Nations Treaty. Go read it. They're talking about the rule of law. The largest countries said no to war. India and China said no. Russia, Turkey, Germans and the French, countries all over the world said no. The Council of Churches said no to war. Every religion says no to war. The Pope in Rome came out and said no to this war. And the Muslims, obviously. And so let's remember who started this war, okay? Let's remember them well. It was the U.S. Congress that started this war, and they did it for money and patronage. Kill 1 million people for your party bosses who said you have to do this, you have to play along. Kill 1 million for your donor base who paid for your campaigns. Let's kill people for donation money, okay? Let's kill people and get a committee seat and promote your career so you have a longer career, okay? That's 1 million people dead in the last 5 years, okay? So I'm not just going to blame it on the Congress. The weapon makers started this war. They paid the Congress for these money and the jobs and stuff. Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, Halliburton, Bechtel, right in our region. The oil industry started this war for money and oil wells. ExxonMobil and Company. Generals in the Pentagon started this war so they could get money and bonuses, so they could get another star, so they could get a little more retirement money, a little more prestige, and boost up their career. They did it. Not because they're defending America. Nobody's attacking America. These generals are corrupt. Hundreds of them. They know it's illegal. They're not defending America. They're a bunch of corrupt liars. Okay? 1 million soldiers fought the war. They did it for money. Ask why they enlisted. The research is out there. All the recruiting sites say why young people enlist. They haven't got a job. They need some money. They need to buy a car. They gotten married. They need something to get their life going, get a career. And the recruiters sell them into this story, okay? They're corrupt. They're killing 1 million people for money. This isn't defending America, and they're not noble. There shouldn't be a Veterans Day. They disserved America. They didn't serve America. If you cut their pay, they quit in 5 minutes and they get a job like everybody else. I call on the U.S. Marines and Army. All of them should quit. They should walk away. They're mercenaries. They're working for pay. Okay, the corporate media started this war with their propaganda and lies. Why did they do it? For money. They did it for advertising money. The Israeli government started this war. They came in with the AIPAC lobbyists. The war churches fell right in line for money. Guess who's got the biggest churches, the biggest buildings, the biggest parking lots, all the media channels they can buy? Where does the money come from? For the city church, the Overlake Church, the Bothell Republican Assembly of God Church, where the Republicans come and have rallies. Where's the money come from for these magically rich churches? Well, the liberal churches, their cash box is empty. There's money under it. The racist bigots, and there's a racist theme in this country, I hate to say it, my fellow Americans, White supremacy is lurking buried under the surface, okay?
Right.
And these guys voted for Bush. They voted for the war. They did it for thrills and kicks. This is mob psychology is all it is. Wall Street bankers started this war just to keep their bubble alive, okay? It was sort of sucking wind back in the last recession. So now they printed $4 trillion of new federal deficit, which multiplied out into the Federal Reserve System, the fractional reserve system, and they're all living. Look at what's going on around here. There's cranes and skyscrapers going up all over the place. That's who elected Bush. That's who killed 1 million people in Iraq. Those Wall Street guys. And they're the same guys who started the last 10 wars. And when are we going to stop this? When are we going to stop attending the school? Stop saluting the U.S. flag. Stop going to their churches. It's all a bunch of corrupt, rotten shit. We need to rebuild this country around basic humanity, okay?
Todd Boyle. I'd like to open this